And so when we look at rationality, what we see is that rationality in fact has three categories, not just two. You have something that is irrational, contradictory. You have something that is rational, and then you have something that is super rational, that which lies outside of rationality and that which rationality is dependent upon. Now, someone could say, no, I don't agree with this idea of a super rational. I think that you can rationally prove every single thing, and if you can't rationally prove it, then I'm not going to believe it. Okay, the example I sometimes give, I say, look, imagine my son, and he's 10 years old, and he comes and he takes a knife out of the kitchen, and I say, well, look, son, you can't take that knife. He says, why? Now, this is a rational question. He says, why? I said, well, because it's sharp, and it'll cut you. He said, well, why will it cut me? I said, well, because it's sharp. He said, well, why is it sharp? Well, because that's how the manufacturer made it. Well, why? Well, because they made it so it would be sharp, so it could cut things. Well, why? So it could cut things like fruit. Well, why? Well, because fruit is easier to eat when it's cut. Well, why? Well, because of how the function... And the point is at a certain point I'd have to tell him, because I said so, right? That's why. A person cannot ask why infinitely back. Meaning you cannot consistently ask why. There has to be a stopping point.